You know, it gets to a point where when people talk, I really, really wish I hadn't listened to some stuff because some stuff is so damaging. And peace to the half space. I hope this stream goes through. Say I've had a fair and poor signal after saying I had a great signal. The whole time, all of a sudden it goes to poor. I don't like that, but that's beside the point. I got on here because I listened to something for the second time. He shouldn't be allowed to be mowing his lawn without a shirt on. That was gross, and I want to throw up. I mean, that was gross. If y'all saw what I just saw, y'all call the cops. That was indecent. That was indecent exposure. It is what it is. So, I was watching, just kind of doing my rounds, watching videos and podcasts and the short clips of stuff. And I came across the clip, and if he wants to tag me in it, you know, or call YouTube, whatever they call it, hit, you know, and get it taken down, he can do that because I'm gonna use a part of a clip from Mr. Roland Martin. Now, Mr. Roland Martin wasn't the one who was talking, so I'm not here to say anything negative about Mr. Roland Martin and his commentary, but I am here to say something negative about Mr. Roland Martin and the person that he allowed to speak this way. Brother B, you need to be here. Missy B, you need to be here. You didn't need to be here about 45 seconds ago when I saw all that. When I saw all that, I mean, he was past the plumber line. And he was sitting at about a 60, probably about a 68 waist. Trust me, I know. I was at a 60. So I know what a 60 plus waistline looks like. And his shit was plus. Plus, plus, plus. Y'all didn't miss nothing. Y'all didn't miss nothing. So, excuse me on that. Uh-oh. I need to get over here. Okay. Brother Tony D. So once again, like I said, we got people out here talking that shouldn't be talking. And since they talking, I'm going to talk about them. But Brother Roland Martin had somebody on his telecast, and they spoke some untruths about the freedmen. What's happening, Sue? They spoke some untruths about the freedmen. And I have to speak about the untruths that they spoke about the freedmen. Uh-oh, they about to get it in down here at Riverside tonight. I think we're going to have to take a trip down there tomorrow. Peace to my people at Cargo 420. We knee deep in Washington County now. Knee deep, not just knee deep. We knee deep. So they doing their thing, and they're going to be down at Riverside Park, I believe, tomorrow doing some things. So if you see somebody with some Cargo 420 paraphernalia on, run up to them because they got gifts. Gifts. Donations. Sister Tria, how you and that baby doing? So, hopefully I am clear. I do not want this to be pixelated because it's about 1:45 long and you got to hear all the bullshit. All the bullshit. You're not going to be able to just ingest part of this. You need, I believe it's actually 1:44, and I need y'all to hear all 1:44 of it. Okay? I need you to hear it. It's 104 seconds of the worst bullshit that you'll ever hear. I always speak against anybody that speaks against Friedman. And even when he tried to speak and he thought he was speaking as a Friedman, he showed me he's not a Friedman. So I'm gonna play it, and then I want y'all to listen to it, and then I'm tell you who it is. You might already know once you hear it. Punk ass motherfucker.
So financial literacy is the one thing, Roland, we were denied. As you well know, you're a historian yourself. Freedmen's Bank, March 3rd, 1865, after the Civil War, we were given 40 acres, which was a pilot program, Field Action 15. Then we worked that so hard, we were given a mule, February 1865.
Right after that.
The next month, Lincoln creates a bank called the Freedmen's Bank to domicile our savings, teach us about money. So Abraham Lincoln, on the occasion of our being freed from enslavement, thought the most important thing he could do was to teach us about the free enterprise system and capitalism and ownership. And Lincoln was killed the next month. Roland, Frederick Douglass thought this was so important. In order to save the bank, he put $10,000 of his own money in the bank in 1865 to try to save it and try to run the bank. Unfortunately, it was gamed and it closed.
So I said it's 1 minute and 44 seconds. So I'm going to take it all the way back to the beginning. Oops. Shit. Let's go all the way back to the beginning.
Financial literacy is the one thing, Roland, we were denied. As you well know, you're a historian yourself. Freedmen's Bank, March 3rd, 1865, after the Civil War, we were given 40 acres, which was a pilot program, Field Action 15. Then we worked that so hard, we were given a mule, February 1865.
We worked that hard.
The next month, Lincoln creates a bank called the Freedmen's Bank to domicile our savings, teach us about money. So Abraham Lincoln, on the occasion of our being freed from enslavement, thought the most important thing he could do was to teach us about the free enterprise system and capitalism and ownership. And Lincoln was killed the next month. Roland, Frederick Douglass thought this was so important. In order to save the bank, he put $10,000 of his own money in the bank in 1865 to try to save it and try to run the bank. Unfortunately, it was gamed and it closed in 1874.
No, they stole
Frederick Douglass's money. On money and free enterprise and screwed it up. We never got the memo. So it's what we don't know that we don't know that's killing us. It's what we think we know. It's not like somebody gave us a memo on free enterprise and we messed it up. We keep talking about Tulsa, Oklahoma, as if it is really Wall Street. No, it was. It didn't produce capital. It didn't issue debt. They didn't provide venture capital like Will Smith and Jay-Z are doing right now. There's no banking infrastructure. There was no systemic uplift of tens of thousands of jobs. It was a wonderful example of a normal community where you have homeowners and small business owners and entrepreneurs. It was just normal. But we want to call it Black Wall Street. This is how messed up our situation is. That should have been the case in every community in America.
So what you say? You said Hope was spitting facts? He wasn't spitting facts here, bruh. JP. That's not spitting facts. When did we get 40 acres? When did we get the mule? And they took Frederick Douglass's 10 bands too. They didn't give a fuck that Frederick Douglass put $10,000 in the Freedmen Bank. The government took that too. Come on, JP. Please don't tell me you under this guise that black folks ain't did enough. We ain't did the work. We haven't been systemically oppressed. Come on, JP. Talk to me, dog. Hope was spitting facts? Come on, man. Even the shit that he was talking about with Jay-Z and Will Smith. I can fuck with some of the shit that he was saying. But what he needs to understand is that traditionally, rent-to-own situations are not good. And truly, the way their setup is in the company that they've invested in, it's not a good situation either. It just hasn't been disclosed. It says if you don't qualify for the home in 2 years, they'll sell the home. They're not going to give you an extension. They're not going to give you 25 months, 27 months, 28 months. They can sell the property. And that means all the money that you put into the project is gone. Who going to protect them people from that? Nobody. Now they back to renter status. And they got an eviction on it because they're only renting. So now they got an eviction on their shit. For someone who professes to be pro-black, Roland Martin sure has funny style characters. Dude, John Hope Bryant. And here's the thing with John Hope Bryant. John Hope Bryant is his birthday. However, John grew up in Santa Monica. When he's young. Dean. What'd you say, JP? I'm not saying that. I just want to understand the system before we say it doesn't work. We don't know enough about money in our community. That is true. You on point like a motherfucker with that. We do not know money the way we should. And it's unfortunate that we don't know money the way we should. And the reason that we don't know money the way we should is because we don't know our worth, because we were the money. And if black people took it into consideration that we were the currency that ran this country, we think more of ourselves. So no, we enough economy. Even up to plane services with lending and housing and education should be free. Healthcare should be free. Loans, I don't know if we should actually pay an interest rate on loans. I'm only talking about Native Black Americans. I'm only talking about freedmen. I'm not talking about black folks who have been the victims of predatory lending, or the victims of not getting a GI Bill. Those people shouldn't be paying any interest on loans. Yeah, it says I'm poor. Appreciate y'all being right up on that. I don't know what the last thing y'all heard was, but I have no problem repeating it. I don't know how long ago it got choppy. I just looked up at the comment. Where you want me to put the needle back to? Because whatever I said, I can say it again. It's just another sad love song. Is the signal back? JP, I appreciate you. Please check out the Freedman Media 1874 YouTube channel. Freedman Media 1874 YouTube channel. Please subscribe. It's back now, Brother B. Sue said it's bad connection. So all I was saying was we absolutely need financial literacy. But we do have enough people out here, enough financial professionals, economists, attorneys, accountants, to be able to help us, just flat out mathematicians. We need people to be able to count. Before we need them counting money, we need them to be able to count. I was just telling my 5-year-old grandson, you ain't shit if you can't read, write, spell, and count. You ain't shit in this world. Nobody even wants to deal with you if you can't read, write, spell, and count. I'm hitting him in the chest at 5. I got to let him know. Now, I said it a little lighter than that, but he got the message. He came up off his show he was watching. And I know I got his attention when he stops chewing his gum. When he's just deer in the headlights, I know I got his attention. And it's all good. We must go to college for skills that pay. No more liberal arts. Yeah, what the fuck we doing? We already good with liberal arts. What we need to go to school for history for? They don't want to teach critical race theory. We know the history. What we need to know, what we need to go get a grade for history for? What's our grade from 1619 to 1865? Can we get an A on that? We need to be going to school so it can manifest into a job, into a career, into being able to take care of our families. Fuck all this. We want to go to school to learn something. We want to go to school to acquire a skill. We have bad spending habits, JP. We have spent badly, and we have fallen for the banana in the tailpipe. They make us think we got all this buying power. How come we don't know the stats on anybody else's buying power? Our buying power is so high. How come they don't ever give no stats out about anybody? What's the Latinos' buying power? What's the Asians' buying power? How come we don't hear about their buying power? We only hear about black people because they only want us to buy. And they own. That's what the problem is. Where AOC at? Was it AOC? Who said that? Oh no, it wasn't AOC. This is what y'all fail to remember. I'm gonna get it to it. Yeah. This is what the problem is. This is what the real problem is. Where that girl at? What she do? What she say? Dang, I recorded a lot of stuff. Do I be playing this stuff for y'all? Dang. Oh boy, I'm all the way back in the HR 40 hearings. The Brett Favre stuff. We're gonna do a lot of content. I'm gonna get it. I ain't gonna let y'all get out of here. Hopefully, but this is what they think of us. Here's what they think about you. Here's what they think about you. It's that type of shit. Also, it ain't way back there. It ain't in the 20s. It's 21. What's that girl's name? What's the girl that married Jeezy? Did I have it by her name? The one that married Jeezy. That buying power argument is a farce. We have so children's in buying power. How much you think YouTube folks have? Right. I hate that shit. Man, y'all got black people got the buying power. We got the buying power. Who gives a fuck about how much we can buy? How much can we own? Can we own some shit? Can we own some shit? Damn, what happened with old girl? I know I wrote the shit. I mean, I know I recorded this shit. Hold on, maybe I'm just crossing it because I'm driving. All right. Yeah, it was before I did the Asian folks talking like they was crazy. Dr. Claude, he kills me, boy. Dr. Claude. Jenny May, there it is. Okay. So I'm going to put in search bar. I got to get out of here because it's Ray's day. It's Ray Day. Like Dre Day. And I got to take her catfish nuggets in. It's what she wanted, y'all. I asked. I wanted to do dinner. She wanted catfish nuggets. Here we go. Here we go. Wait till y'all hear this shit.
You don't go into a black neighborhood without seeing Asian businesses or restaurants or liquor store owners, and vice versa. You don't go into Asian neighborhoods without seeing black customers and black clients that keep our businesses alive. And
Huh?
you don't go into a black neighborhood without seeing Asian businesses or restaurants or liquor store owners, and vice versa. You don't go into Asian neighborhoods without seeing black customers and black clients that keep our businesses alive. And
so she said, black neighborhoods, they got Asian businesses, and you got black customers. In an Asian neighborhood, you got black customers. We ain't had no black businesses yet. She don't think that that's a fruitful thing for us. All we need to do is buy. Buy, buy, buy. Yeah. Black customers, not businesses. They like us as customers. They don't like us as owners. Nobody does. She's Asian. Flat out. We subsidize their businesses. We get killed in the street, we get nothing. They get shot in massage parlors by alt-right sex fiends. Now it's Stop Asian Hate. And black people, y'all stop doing this to us.
you don't go into a black neighborhood without seeing Asian businesses or restaurants or liquor store owners, and vice versa. You don't go into Asian neighborhoods without seeing black customers and black clients that keep our businesses alive. And
that's horrible. That's horrible. Oh boy. See, Roland Martin had him on his show, and he spoke that untruth about getting 40 acres, about working that so good they gave us a mule. He acted like they gave us the 40 acres, and they was like, you know what, man, we need to get these niggas some mules. You know, they're doing so good with just tilling this 40 acres with their heels on their feet. We're going to give them some mules and shit, make shit a little bit easier. Ain't no sense of them killing themselves. We going to kill them anyway. But ain't no sense of them killing themselves while they tilling the land that we going to steal back. Because you do know that the land that we did acquire wasn't 40 acres, but we acquired post 1865. They stole all that back. John Hope Bryant. The name John Hope Bryant fucks me up because it sounds like he needs to be a pastor. Pastor John Hope Bryant. I don't know why I did the Don Cornelius head nod, but that's what I did. I don't like people when they slow down, like when they get close. And maybe he was just making the turn, but he slowed down a taste too early. I don't like that. Slow down when you're supposed to slow down, they make your turn. He might be drunk. We got a lot of people in this neighborhood. They like to do their thing and then come home. Sometimes, it happens. I get it. I don't really do the happy hour thing anymore, so, but I've been there. I mean, I ain't never been like flushed when I get home and shit. But yeah, they like to tip. Because they tip when they in the car, they tip at the bar, and then they tip a little bit in their driveway when they get home. They be fucked up. The most common place to get an accident is within a mile of your house. Them motherfuckers be drunk. They rerunning into shit. Oh man, I saw a twisted ass accident. Person was up in a tree today, like it's on an embankment, but their car somehow got up into a tree on 23. All the airbags filled out, man. I figured that had to be a bad situation. If they still alive, man, they not doing well. They didn't walk away from that. So, but yeah, y'all, I don't know how much of this came out. Oh boy. Alfonso Ribeiro. He's so sad. He's so sad. It's not that black people don't like you because you have a white woman. Black people just don't like you. With schools combating CRT, aka American history, you're bound to have more people learning these false narratives about slavery reconstruction. Dude, and as long as they're out to the masses, because John Hope Bryant's clientele and people that he deals with are mostly white people. So he pushes this narrative. This is how we came along. We pulled ourselves up by our bootstraps. I don't know how his family acquired their wealth, but they had money. He grew up in Santa Monica. They had money. So I don't know if his family was in, Hollywood. He went to Hollywood High. How many black people were living in Santa Monica back in the day? And he makes it seem so easy to have done. You only did that because you started out better than 99% of the other black Americans. And he wants to make it seem like, oh man. And when he said that shit about Tulsa, that Tulsa was not a income earning stream, and other black neighborhoods should have did that. Where you been, motherfucker? Other black neighborhoods did do that. Tulsa wasn't the only type of black, what we call Black Wall Street. There was profitable places all over the country. They bulldozed them with the freeway system. What part of the history book did he fucking not read? Everybody knows that. That's 101. Everybody knows how black wealth was crushed throughout every major city in America. But not John Hope Bryant. And then Roland didn't have a rebuttal to it. That was the problem. Roland didn't have a rebuttal to it. So I didn't have a problem with what Roland said this time. I had a problem with what Roland's guest said and Roland not having a rebuttal to it. How dare you, Roland? You can't be pro-black and let that shit on your set. I don't give a fuck how many people he has helped with the rent-to-own programs and all that. Those programs are predatory by nature. They allow you to dump your money in. No. Oh, no. He did a TMZ video, dog. No, I don't want to do that. All right, so I'm going to take this food inside. JP, appreciate you coming on, Brother B. Sue, you was in here. Missy B. And anybody who came through, sorry it was choppy. I was moving. Y'all didn't miss nothing but history class and how we got our 40 acres and we worked so hard, we got a mule. And then Frederick Douglass put 10 grand in the Freedmen's Bank and got his money jacked just like everybody else. You didn't miss nothing. That's all you missed. because John Hope Bryant opened his motherfucking trap. Holla at you soon. One love.